Staying in touch is just a few clicks away. Get the latest news from a Catholic perspective and so much more. Become a RealCatholicTV.com premium member today.
Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by PewSitter.com, your online Catholic newspaper for the third millennium. CatholicMediaCoalition.org, in line with the Church, online with the world.
And TheAmericanCatholic.com, politics and culture from a Catholic perspective.
Hello and welcome to today's edition of Catholic News Roundup. I'm Matthew McAuliffe. In harm's way, a retired Massachusetts judge says a Catholic mentally ill woman should have been forced into an abortion, defending her attempt to use the power of the bench to crush the dignity and rights of the human person. You may remember now ex-judge Christina Harms, excoriated by the legal community after her ruling was reversed in appeals court, a ruling that declared a schizophrenic woman incompetent, awarding guardianship to her parents so that they could force her to have an abortion. Harms retired 6 days after the appellate court ruling and is now telling the media she believed that the woman, only known in court documents as Mary Moe, would have consented to an abortion if she were, quote, competent, and so made the decision to ignore Mary's statement that she was Catholic and would not consent to killing her child. It is interesting to note a strong parallel between Judge Harms' decision and the Obamacare contraception mandate that doesn't allow for individual conscience rights or religious liberty, but forces the power of the state over the rights of the individual. Speaking for yourself, women in America are making a clarification, coming forward to say fighting the Obamacare contraception mandate is not attacking a woman's right to health care. In the wake of predominantly male disapproval of Obama's mandate that would force contraception, abortion, and abortive drugs on Catholics, Democrats and feminist groups are adopting the catchphrase, "Where are the women?" Now, two female attorneys, one with Thomas More Law Center and the other a law professor at George Mason University, have written an open letter already signed by hundreds of women as others continue to do so, telling Obama and Kathleen Sebelius to stop claiming to speak for all women. The letter calls Obamacare activists and feminists more than a little mistaken and more than a little dishonest for invoking the words women's health to drown out those who disagree with the state's mandate to force people to violate their religious freedoms. You can read or sign the letter posted on our resource page by clicking on the link right outside the screen. Chilling Arab Spring. An international judo showdown between champions from Israel and Egypt is getting plenty of attention after the Egypt judoka refused to shake the Israeli adversary's hand at the end of the match. Egypt's Ramadan Darwish also yelled Allahu Akbar after defeating Israel's Eric Zivi before refusing to shake his hand, prompting sportscasters to call him unsportsmanlike, while Darwish is being acclaimed as a national hero in Egypt for his behavior. The Egyptian snubbing of his rival is resulting in a complaint issued by the Israel Judo Association to the International Judo Federation after a similar exchange previously at the Moscow Judo Grand Prix in Russia. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a few seconds.
Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by NewOxfordReview.org, the voice of Catholic Orthodoxy, in print and on the web, and RenewAmerica.com, expanding the influence of America's grassroots in the cause of freedom.
Euthanasia election battle. Presidential candidates are squaring off over euthanasia as election issues loom large across the Atlantic in the French political race. President Nicolas Sarkozy, a right-wing conservative, opposes assisted suicide, while his opponent, socialist François Hollande, supports the idea of a nationwide law allowing people to end their lives if they have terminal illnesses causing them physical or psychological pain. Euthanasia is a highly controversial issue in France, feeding the fire of opinion on both sides of the issue, especially after Sarkozy prevented the legalization of euthanasia in the Senate last January by rejecting a bill put forward by Hollande himself. The first round of the French election will take place in late April. Condom Correspondence Service. Free condoms for your kids in the mail. It's a new idea being implemented to undermine parents right from California's State Health Department to your mailbox. The Condom Access Project, coming to 4 California counties and San Francisco initially, will allow kids between the ages of 12 and 19 to order free condoms, lubricant, and pamphlets on sex from a website free of charge and have them delivered to their home. Youngsters will be limited to one package of 10 condoms per month, and health officials reportedly believe that parents will love the program as a way to prevent rampant sexually transmitted diseases. The State Department says the Condom Access Project is a way to ensure that your kids are as safe as possible. I'm Matthew McAuliffe. Thanks for tuning in today. Be sure and tune in tomorrow for your daily dose of Catholic News Roundup right here on RealCatholicTV.com. And also be sure to check out The Vortex, where Michael talks about preaching and defending the faith. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to tell all your friends about us. And as always, God bless you.